Alright, good morning. Today we're looking at a kind of a silly little build that I've been playing around with. Uh, I built a space lobster, and this is just a little, well, it's not really little, but it's a Class A ship that I've tried to give it the shape of a lobster. And I don't know, I just thought it was kind of cute. Whoops. So we'll get into the shipbuilder,
Got anything you need to offload?
uh,
Sure, have at it.
show you what it's made out of. So this is it. And if you're wondering why I didn't paint it red, I tried, but it wasn't looking right. I don't know, maybe I gotta play with some more with the different hues and stuff. But I just couldn't make it look, I don't know, it just looked off. So, anyways, I'll play with it later. This is the lock mobster, and as you can see, it's got little pincers, the tail section here, little antennas. For a ship, this for A-class ship, anyways, it's got a lot of cargo, 3,580. I've had ships in A-class that hit 4,000, but anytime you get into this range of cargo, you're always going to run into the same problem, which is the jump range on your grav drive. And this is something that only affects A-class drives. B class and C class, as long as your mobility is 100, there's no amount of cargo that you can put into the ship, or you can put any amount of cargo into the ship as long as your mobility stays at 100, and you'll always have a grav drive that can push you up to 30 light years of jump range, but not A-class. So I have the most powerful A-class grav drive, the R4000, and I can only get 26 light years out of it because I have too much weight in the ship. But whatever. If you needed to like jump more, you could just dump one of the damn, that I really only do. I guess you have to dump both of them and just put some like structural pieces or something in there because that's what's holding the wings on. Which you can kind of see for the tail. I used four, actually I used six, but in the tail section I used four of these SA 4330 engines, and then two more in the, why is this one upside down? Damn contractors. So there's two in the wings and four in the tail section. I've got it capped off with the Damos belly. Another cargo back here, 20T cargo hauler. And one of the things I found about these gears, so I'm using two of these Aculander 11s from Stroud, and then two of these Hope Tech Hope 6 landing gears. And these are kind of annoying because they look cool, you know, because they stretch out. They've got that big long look to them. But you can't put much above them because they've got this curve to them where they kind of poke up a little bit. And most stuff doesn't fit. But I found that these cargo holds, because of the slopes that they have, will go in here pretty nicely. Let's see. Obviously I'm using a Cabot bridge. This ship has room for four? One, two, three, yeah, four of these 2x1 habs. And then these pincers on the sides are completely just decorative. They don't really do anything, except they are nice for hiding all the weapons up under the bottom of the wings. I gave it two of these antennas, even though one is only required, the other one does nothing except just look the same as the other one. I just wanted it to be symmetric on both sides. And that's about it. This could have easily been a Class B ship. I just made it a Class A just because, for no particular reason. I don't know. But, yeah. Alright, well, let's, well, you know what, let's just kind of see if I can take it apart real quick. Do a quick build guide. There's not really a whole lot to it. It's a little weird on the wings and stuff because of the way I did it. So Damn it. Anybody you guys are playing on the new console? I think they were just released here recently, PlayStation. Hope this is a lot easier. Well, I don't play consoles, but I can imagine this would be a little bit more tedious to build ships using the controller. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Alright, so this is the bottom deck. All it is these two Aculander 11 landing gears connected by a Stroud 2x1. I just made the bottom one a workshop. And then I connected the shipbed 200 landing bay to the front. These two Hope Tech landing gears, these come from Hopetown. They can be in the mid. Oh, sorry. That's mid, rear, and is that the forward? Oh, yeah, and the forward configuration. So we're going to do the rear configuration so they stretch out to two. You can make them like where they only take up one section, but I want them to do both of them. Our grav drive is an R4000 Alpha grav drive. It has 27 jump thrust. This is the most powerful grav drive you can get. There is another one called Helios. I was going to originally use that. It's the same grav jump thrust, but it doesn't have any attach points on the back. And I wanted to hook up this belly, and I needed something to connect it to the back. So on top of all this, oh, on the bottom we're using a 100 DP slim docker. And then on the top here we'll put in control stations. No, it's a living quarters. We're gonna do the living quarters on the next 2x1. And then as far as our, I think they go on like this. No, it has to be like that. We're using two of these Galleon S202 cargo holds. So I think I set them in here like that. I'll find out here in a second if it doesn't work. For our reactor, I hit the mass limit, so I'm at 1564. Even if I go one mass higher, then my mobility drops down to 100. I originally had that better Class A reactor that gives you 33 power. This only gives me 29. This one weighed a little bit less, and I needed the weight, so this is what I went with. And then on top of all of this, oh, you know what? Back here, you have to hook up this 20T cargo hauler. And then on top, we're going to use two Stroud 2x1 control stations. That will give your max crew up to 8. I guess we can just hook up the Cavett C3 bridge at this point, and it'll look like that. Right behind the bridge. So we're going to be hooking up a bunch of these things. These are all the same piece, even though they don't really look the same. They're Nova cowlings, and they can be facing rear, forward, or the mid section. So up here we're going to have two pieces set up as the mid section. Do they go like that? I don't remember how my own ship goes together. And then the two pieces that go aft. Oops. Just to give this a nice little swept back form. Almost looks like a tadpole or something at this point. Alright, as far as the wings go, we're going to use two engines and attach them just like that. Two of these SA 4330 engines. And then, how did I do this? I've confused myself here, sorry. This. Oh, you know what? Maybe these were like that. That's what it was. Sorry. So these engines here, forget what I did up here. I think they go on like that. And I was able to hook up the wing, the pincers. That's not right. They should be up here. Oops. We'll just go back one. Put them up like that. Yeah. So they should be set like that. So the engines are what's holding the pincers sections on. And in order to do that, they got to be facing inwards with the connection. They're in the middle configuration with their connect point facing inwards. So hook up like that. And the pincers themselves are just these 3 Nova cowlings, 2 forward and 1 aft. And then you can connect the engine in its mid configuration facing inward. And now we can connect all of that to the cargo hold. As far as below that, we're going to use 2 of these Nova braking engines on the sides of the ship bed landing bay. And on the sides of the 2 Aculander 11 gears, we're going to use 2 of these Nova Cowling Bs. These are what allows you to attach the antennas to the ship. Did I miss something? Oh, it just didn't go far enough. These antennas, they can come in 2 different flavors. One is like this short one, and then there's another one that's longer, but I use the short one. And as far as the fuel, we're using 2 of these M30 Ulysses HE3 tanks. You go just like that. That leaves a little cavity in here. And like I said, what I found is these cargo holds, because they're sloped on the edges, they'll fit in here quite nicely. And I'm using 2 1020 De Gamma cargo holds from Neon. Now this leaves this little section here on the tails section where we're going to connect our engines. And we've got 4 SA 4330 engines. And they go just like that. Our shield generator is a Marduk 1040A. I'm just going to stick it right. What do you think? Right there? I guess it doesn't really matter. Anywhere on the top, you can go. And that's the ship. Like I said, it's not a whole lot to it. It's pretty simple. I was going mainly for looks. So I kind of gave it that, like I said, the lobster shape. This is the lobster tail, the 2 pincers. It's got this little eye stalk antenna thingies. It's eyeballs. But yeah, I'm happy with how it came out. The only thing I don't like about Class A ships is their weak shields. So this is like half the shield power that you would get out of a Class B ship. And yeah. Anyways, I'm not going to take this into combat. I think I've done that in every other video. It's just me flying out there and blowing up a ship and then looking at it. But I don't think that's really necessary. But I hope you guys like it. I think next time maybe I'll look at this one. Golden Glider. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. I got a couple ideas in the pipeline. So, all right. Well, I appreciate it, and I'll chat with you all later.